Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful week. Summer is pretty quickly coming to a close, so enjoy the longer days while you still can. Lots in the video this week. This is a special day in American history, so after the reminders at the end, we have a special segment about that. We also have Eric Purple Hayes here for the very first time to give us an HR update. And we're going to kick things off right now with a return appearance by Dr. Rob. So take it away, sir.
Good morning, fellow SSAIers. I'm Rob Fleschauer, and this is your Leadership Minute. Today's topic is civility. In other words, being civil with one another. That means being courteous and polite and leading by our example. When I was a kid in the 70s, my Aunt Margie had a t-shirt that said, "Do unto others, ... then split." Of course, that was a teenager's play on the classic golden rule, which is, yes, that's right. Do unto others as you would like others to do unto you. So it's all about how we treat each other. These days, it seems like we've lost some civility. It's sort of become the norm in politics, on social media, and even in our general interactions for people not to treat each other well, but that somehow it's become cool to be rude and obnoxious. We have a different culture here in SSAI, and it starts at the top with our leaders, and we really need to follow suit. Over my shoulder here is Brian Cave's Code of Civility. It's 10 rules that I think we should all follow or try to abide by as best we can. Please take a few minutes to look at them and think about them, but I want to highlight 3 here. The first one I want to highlight is we treat each other equally and with respect, no matter the conditions. This has been in the news a lot lately, and at the heart of civility is civil rights. So always think about that, and it's also the heart of the golden rule, the root of the golden rule. Second, we acknowledge the impact of our behavior on others. We're human. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to say something that's going to offend someone. Acknowledge that. If you just say, hey, a heartfelt, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it that way, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, an apology goes a million miles and you probably diffuse the situation right then. So if you do hurt someone's feelings, offend someone, make sure you acknowledge that. And third, that we acknowledge the contribution of others. As leaders especially, there's no way to destroy a team faster than to take credit for someone else's work. And that's true whether you're the leader or just on a team and your colleagues, you always have to give credit where credit is due. So remember, an ounce of honey goes a whole lot further than a gallon of vinegar. Do your best to apply the golden rule every day and lead by your shining example. And this has been your Leadership Minute.
Great job as usual, Dr. Fleschauer. Thank you very much. Now on to the safety message. Well, this week we're going to be a bit on the artsy side. I had the privilege of attending a rare dramatic reading of safety poetry from the renowned Irish safety poet Don Merrill. I was fortunate enough to get some good video for you. The theme of the event was roadway safety. Enjoy. Thank you. Roadways, a poem by Don Merrill. When the roadways are icy and wet, slowing down is a very safe bet. To improve tire traction, increase time of reaction, and avoid things you'd really regret. Truckers, a dramatic reading. Large equipment and trucks cannot see all the places you're likely to be. If you're smart, you will learn where they back up and turn is a place you do not want to be. Wow, that was powerful. I'm just speechless. The raw emotion, the passion. I'm just drained. I guess we better get right to the Office 365 infomercial so I can recover. As promised, here is Eric with important updates from the HR department.
Hi everyone, this is Eric Hayes with your HR Minute. Good news! For those pursuing education, there's a new Educational Assistance e-form available. This new user-friendly form and other e-forms and most recent versions of forms are all available on SSAI Connect. I hope you've had a chance to tune in to the Live at SSAI events so far. There have been some really great ones. If you'd like to be a speaker for one of them, be sure to reach out to SSAI Help at SSAIHQ.com. We'd love to hear your ideas and are always looking for new speakers to add to the lineup. Also, SSAI's We Care initiative continues to be a great outlet for employees to recharge. If you have an idea for a future event, we hope you'll let us know by contacting Adrienne Dickerson in HR. Finally, you should have seen some email about a mandatory COVID training for all Virginia employees. This is a requirement from the state and is due by August 31st. Please visit the SSAIU Learning Portal's assigned training section, accessed via ADP, to complete this requirement. That's all from me. Back to you, Jonathan.
All right, time for reminders, and I only really have two this week. First one is timesheets are due earlier than normal, so they're due today by noon. Don't forget. Second one, as always, be sure to attend one of Anoop's update briefings next Tuesday at 11 or 2 o'clock. Now, I have a special feature to end today's video, and it's called This Date in History. Enjoy it, and have a great weekend.
I have a dream.
It was on this date, 28 August 1963, that Martin Luther King Jr. gave his famous I Have a Dream speech. It was probably the most important American speech since Roosevelt's Day of Infamy speech to Congress leading into World War II. Above and beyond the inspirational theme of the speech, his ability and command of the language is in itself inspiring. He was a superior communicator. So I'm going to end this week's video with about 1.5 minutes of highlights from the speech. Enjoy some American history.
I have a dream. My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. Let freedom ring, and when this happens, when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to